Hello and welcome to another episode of the BashTalk podcast. Today's a special episode. You Never Walk Alone, dedicated to the Liverpool supporters and them winning the championship. And I just want to start it off with a little bit of a surprise. So let's go, boys!
Come on, you never walk alone! Get it! Put the trophy there!
Oh, brilliant. And just steady on.
Sorry.
Just for the record, these are all 100 rupee notes, so
100 reason.
Money Man Shakur pretty steady there. Right, so just as a quick introduction, you all know Liverpool won the league. They're the most dominant team by far. I'm not a Liverpool supporter. I don't support any team. I'm completely neutral in this. So my job is just to get the R&D and just stir the pot and hopefully not get sworn at by the Man United fans. Right, I want to start with the introductions. So, person number one, your name and how long have you supported the team?
So my name's Farooq Hussain and been a Liverpool fan all my life. Great decision.
Fantastic. My name is Shakur Ghafoor. I've been a Liverpool fan since the age of 10, 11.
My name is Zahir Ishtiaq. Been Liverpool for my whole life. First memory, my first one, 93, 94 season when Liverpool played Man United and Liverpool losing 3-0 and they made it 3-0 when Ruddock scored that goal. That was my first memory.
And also when we beat Blackburn last game of the season. And Blackburn ended up winning the title as well.
Yeah.
Oh yes, we remember that. We remember that.
Good season.
That was my first memory when I can remember back of being a Liverpool fan.
I just want to say for the record, out of everyone, I've known Zahir the longest because we went to school together and he's always been loyal. He's been diehard. He used to get so much abuse.
Yes, a lot of abuse. Yeah, over the years, it wasn't great for many years, but you know, eventually it was. It's been alright these last few years. I reckon it's not been too bad.
Good things come to those.
Yeah, I've waited long enough.
Right, so just to get right into it, then, yeah, you guys are all genuine loyal supporters. I want one by one. I want you all to tell me, how does it feel to win after 30 years?
I'll be honest with you, Bash. Like Zaid was saying, the years we've experienced with United fans, and you know, just giving us grief, but it's time to give back now. So that's why I've decided to invest in one of these. And every time a question is raised, this is just popping off. But honestly, amazing feeling to win the league and you know, back on our perch and number one again.
What about you, Shaq?
Yeah, first and foremost, before I start the proceedings off, you know, mashallah, you're doing a fantastic job. You know, for the community, you know, I've seen your podcasts, and mashallah, number two, we're blessed to have such talented people within our local community, and it's fantastic to see that, you know, throughout your podcasts. So I appreciate it. And we've just been here for about an hour and a half, and it's literally taken him an hour and a half just to do the setup. So it takes a lot of time and effort. So mashallah, it's a credit to you. May Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep you blessed. Now, in terms of your question about winning the league, during the game between City and, was it Chelsea? Yeah, Chelsea. So we were actually really expecting it, to be honest, that City would lose against Chelsea. Let's be honest, we thought, you know what, they'll beat them. But once the final whistle went, the feeling was just amazing. It was like, wow, we are really champions of England. Yeah, we are champions of England. And not only that, we also the current European champions. And we also the club world champions.
Well said, Shaq.
Yeah.
Well said.
So, you know, mashallah. And another thing, we are still today the most successful club in England. Yeah. We are back on our perch.
Well said.
Yeah. So no one can tell that. Our tradition, history goes a long way back. So, but going back to you, the feeling I had was just amazing.
No, sounds good, man. I'm feeling better and better for you, but this is the person I really want to hear from. Good.
I'm not going to tell you how I really felt because, no. It was it was a feeling I've never experienced. I was there and I didn't know how to react. Truthfully, when Willian scored that goal and it went 2-1, I was in a state of shock. I was like, hold on, we're going to win the league. Even though realistically, we'd won it in March. We knew, but it was going to happen. We wouldn't leave my nieces there, my cousins there, there's about 15 of us in our house. And we sat there and I was like, I was just sat. I'm like, a bit weird, it's a surreal feeling. And when and eventually it clicked in that we won the league, and I got up and I was just picking my nieces up and jumping up and down, everything. And it was surreal. It was amazing. Brilliant. Getting video, voice messages from this man here made me happy. Shouting on our group.
Another guy I would love to mention whilst you're saying about voice notes is Oti.
Yes.
Yeah,
big man Oti.
The voice notes that Oti does. I wish I could play on this podcast.
It keeps the
but
group.
it keeps the group alive and kicking.
It does.
It does.
But yeah, so then I think that group, just being on that group, being able to message there, things coming through there was amazing. It was just a fantastic feeling.
So you've talked about how you felt, but now I want you to take this opportunity. Like I said, my job is to stir. Yeah. So
which you're good at. Let's be honest. I've seen your podcast, and which 99.9%. This is what you love to do. So be expecting that. Don't worry.
Before you start, just the point what Zaid was saying, the game between City and Chelsea, we were prepared for the next game, Palace versus Liverpool. We were
because it went 1-1, didn't it?
It went 1-1. No, but the thing
De Bruyne
was,
scored that free kick.
Even if City won that game, which we were expecting, we were going to beat Palace anyway and then get prepared.
No, I was with the City after.
No, we had Palace then City.
We played City first. We'd already beaten Palace. So that's why City lost and we had City next year.
No, you're wrong. We played City versus Chelsea. It wasn't. That was the first game. Then the following game was Liverpool versus Crystal Palace
on that Wednesday.
We played Palace first. We played Palace, beat them 4-0, and then it was Chelsea versus Man City.
Was that after?
Yeah, it was the day after.
Oh, whatever it was. It doesn't matter. We are champions of England.
No, but
that's
what I'm
the
saying
end
is,
of
Bash,
champione.
That night we won the league. Like you said, we were celebrating. That night we won the league. We on the group. We thinking, right, roll it back in it. So Shkurs gave me a phone call. The main man himself picked me up, picked Faisal, a few other lads have gone in cars, straight down to Liverpool.
Social distancing, obviously.
Yeah, social distance was, observed.
Honestly,
my cousin from Bradfield, Amr, he's a hardcore Liverpool fan, and him and my cousins from Bradfield, they also come. So there was about a few cars and some lads from Blackburn as well.
It was an
amazing night.
Few of the lads from the LFC group as well. Honestly, amazing.
So with that all in mind, how good did it feel to then speak to your Manchester United friends?
We don't know where they are.
Can I start this off? Yeah. Do you know the truth is? Yeah. First and foremost, I would say one thing. Do you know the banter we have between United fans, Liverpool fans, no matter who it is? We all brothers. And one thing, I'm talking on behalf of all Manchester United fans and Liverpool fans. We keep it within respect. Other day, a United fan was texting me on Snap, give me loads of grief and about the City result or something. But at the end, he texts me love. It's always love, bro. And we too old to fall out over football. So that's first and foremost. Second of all, banter. Yes, you got to. We're taking it. So it's our time to give it. Yes. But like Zaid was just going to say, they're all hiding. Honestly, they're all hiding. And you know what? I need to find this cave. Because it must be. It's a very deep one. Yeah, I can definitely say that's a very deep one. And they're hiding away somewhere.
United fans are
United fans 4G, 5G,
nothing. The Bajali are hiding.
United fans are the only ones happy with COVID-19 staying indoors. The rest of our
they're self-isolating.
Maybe that's the reason why. But it was nice to be able to put some statuses up and remind people who are the best.
I just like that you got on Facebook and then you tagged me, but you tagged all the Liverpool and all the Man U fans like, yo, boys.
Yes, I think about 50-60 of them made sure did.
Talking about Facebook, I'm not going to mention the person's name, but there was one actual United fan who went on missing page UK on Facebook. Honestly, and people were sharing basically his post all around England, basically from Reading to Winders to Cheshire, and saying, is this guy actually lost? Honestly, I'm not lying. Seriously, he was a United fan. I can't mention his name because it's wrong. Yeah, but he actually went on missing pages UK on Facebook.
Yes.
So that's how basically United fans went hiding. With nowhere to be seen.
I've only got on Facebook now for another couple of months just to do this. I'm back up actually. There's no reason I'm on it.
That's another thing I was going to say. Because you're not a Facebook guy. You disappear, and an account came up, and they're doing really well this season. I think I know where this is going.
That's the only reason I'm on Facebook is quite a number of people on Facebook who I've got no other way of contacting. So I thought that's where I'm going to do it.
But can I say one thing? Do you know the person I mentioned about Missing Pages UK? He did literally for the last 10, 15 years on Facebook. You should tag all the Liverpool fans in on every single post office. Yeah, so we only give to people who basically giving it to us. And the thing is, if you give it, you got to take it. Exactly. That's the principle of life. But unfortunately, some United fans, they can give it, but when it's time to take it, they start crying.
99.9%.
Sorry, I said some, but Fuki said 99.9%.
I've been blocked by a few already. Been blocked by a few on Snapchat, on
but some
Facebook,
do, honestly.
That's it. You've got it. We've taken it for 30 years.
No,
in those 30, we have won 2 Champions Leagues.
Yeah, exactly.
No, like Shkur said, we're all brothers. We've got all love for each other.
Yeah.
So the banter's there.
Yeah.
But we back on our perch, and they've got to take it. I mean, at the end of the day, Liverpool are the champions. The trophy's right there to prove it. You know what I mean? So,
but and 1 second, despite the fact that we won the league after 30 years, we're still the most successful club.
And let's also remember.
Let me just remind you that.
Most success, and we won it the earliest ever.
Yeah, records. We break records.
7 games.
Yes.
We might have lost to Watford and draw. Don't forget, Man United have their parade for drawing with us. Let's remember that one. I wonder who's going to that one.
As soon as Lalana scored, Lalana scored into 1-1. United fans will say, "At least we never lost you."
Yeah, that's it.
We never lost you. So
those are the messages we got. We didn't lose. You couldn't beat us. I'm like, boys, you're at the moment you're 34 points behind us. 34 points.
Bash, you got to put that into context. At 34 points, it's like what 11 wins. Yeah, 11 wins. We basically won 11 more games than United. Wow. Exactly, 11 more wins.
Liverpool could lose every single game between now and the end of the season and still have more than 15 points out of United.
Yeah,
and Man United have to win though. Let's just remember. But if we did. That's the difference in class at this moment in time between Liverpool and Man United.
Yeah,
and I just want to mention that there's quite a number of Man United fans who I've known who in 2013 retired from football, along with Alex Ferguson. They go, we don't follow football anymore. I'm not surprised.
It's true.
Why do I get the feeling that there's going to be some Man United fans watching this now, basically just going to gang up on me and beat the crap out of me.
As long as they beat you, bro. They don't come after us.
I think they'd have a hard time with that match, let's be fair.
To be fair, Bash, I don't think you need to worry. They're not coming out. You know
what it is? Alhamdulillah, you look after yourself, so I'm sure you could be able to deal with them and handle them. Yeah.
So
they're not the strongest anyway, Some of them.
So with you guys being Liverpool fans, how do your families feel about you being Liverpool fans?
I'll go first. Everyone will know my father, Mashuk Hussain, works at Mars United, and my dad does a lot in the community with football and stuff anyway. But again, lifelong Liverpool fan is my dad.
Sorry, carry on.
Honestly,
sorry, do you know what it is? I don't know. As soon as I walked in, I just got a nasty cough all of a sudden.
It's probably a few days.
It's probably. I blame Zaid.
I think it's them celebrations. It's got too much.
Too much.
No, sorry, bro. Please.
Yeah. So like I was saying, so my father always been into sport and a lifelong Liverpool fan. So me, my brothers, we've always been supporters of Liverpool, and honestly, amazing. We couldn't support a better team. For me personally, we're the best team in the world at the moment. So that's where I am.
In terms of myself, my father, Ajib Abdul Ghafoor, as many of you probably know, a lot of people, mashallah, know him in the community. He's, first of all, he never used to follow football that much. He used to always say, "Oh, why are you watching football? You're not going to win a trophy." All that. Yeah. You know how Asian families are like. And I said, "Look, Dad, let me enjoy it. You don't want to, watch it." And over the last 10 years, he started to, start watching loads of football. Keeps in touch with the scores, and you can tell he's got, he's loves Liverpool.
He even said to a match as well.
Yeah, I'm just going to come to that. So even last year, he goes, you always go to football games. Why don't you take me sometime? I go, you know what? I'm going to surprise him. So this year, I think it was West Ham. Just before the COVID happened, we won 3-2, so it was our lucky charm. So I took him to that game, and we were losing 2-1, and it was well funny. It was about 65 minutes. He looks at me, turns around, and goes, you could have brought me to a better game. Maybe basically can't send me if you lose this, they say, Ajib went to the football game and we lost the game. I go, Dad, don't worry. But we won 3-2. I can see that you're the lucky charm. But, mashallah, it keeps him busy as well. He watches football. Even when sometimes when he flies off to Pakistan, he's always texting me the scores. In Pakistan, he says, they probably just scored. So he keeps in touch. So
even Shukuri on about your uncle as well.
Yeah. I was just going to come to my uncle. Has many of you know within the community, my uncle Haji Mohammed Zaman from Matawala, who sadly passed away in last year June, and he was a really passionate sporter. You've probably seen snaps on my cousins Amar, Kamran, and Imran. Their snaps, I think he's celebrating a 3-2 win, 2-1 against Spurs. And when we scored in last minute, Salah, when Salah's header went across, and he's jumping up and down, and Allah Ta'ala had other plans, and unfortunately he's not with us. But it was exactly a year since he passed away. We won the title. So if he was here today, honestly, I can't describe in words what he would have done. But Allah Ta'ala grant him Jannat Firdaus. Ameen. Inshallah.
Zee, over to you.
So my football thing is from my dad's little brother, my chacha. He brought us up as Liverpool fans. My dad, he likes football, but he's not really that. He just used to follow Leeds because when he was growing up, it was Leeds. But he never really followed football. It was my chacha who actually got me into football, and he got all us, me and my brother, my cousins, the 5 of us, all Liverpool fans and everything. And most of my memories of football is all us lads of family sitting together watching it together. Yeah. And my nieces now alhamdulillah, mashallah, I've got 4 nieces, and they are with us when we're watching it. So they're sitting with us and watching it as well. And it's just, everyone knows. My neighbours, when we first started watching football, and quite a lot of us we used to go to my chacha's house and we come to our house. One time we used to come to our house and watch it, and we made so much of a lid the next door. Actually, one time called the police. No one was like, that's the police come what's going on? They have to come and check the whole house what's going on. The neighbours have complained, and we said to them, look, Liverpool. So we have to tell them when the season starts.
Warnings.
That was it.
I was just going to come to, Cozy Role. So when we beat Barcelona 4-0.
Yes.
Yeah, so that basically Barcelona beat us 3-0 at the Nou Camp. So they come back to Anfield, and everybody's saying, my cousin, I have to mention him, Kama. He basically, when we lost 3-0 at Nou Camp, he sent me so many messages, all this.
Is he United supporter?
He's a United fan, hardcore United fan. And literally, he sent me so many messages. Honestly, he even come to my house at 12 o'clock at night, knocking on, where are you? And the minute we won 4-0, his phone switched off. Yeah, so this is what we have to deal with, unfortunately. These are the United fans. And just going back to that game, when we won 4-0 against Barcelona, my uncle, my mama, he rang me, FaceTimed me. And he was literally, we both FaceTime each other, just causing Role. And my mum come from next door. She goes, "Ke Role paije pagla," I go, "Mum, I showed her, I get one prave." And she goes, "Look, Mama panja, ke Role paije." But this is the passion that we show in the house. So, when something happens, everyone's just like, alhamdulillah, happiness.
It's not just Kamar, is it? There's another one in your family as well,
there's another one, Saj.
Mr. Saj.
Yeah, but unfortunately, what he is? He's another one who just loves to give it. But when it's time to take it, he just runs. He's in his minibus. I saw him yesterday. I waved at him and he just drove off. Yeah, that's what we're dealing with.
I grew with him all my life, Bash. And honestly, I've never seen him in this state. Honestly, I've never seen him in this state.
He's not eaten since Liverpool won the Premier League. Honestly. Yeah, I'm talking about eating, but I got my other brother, as everyone knows, he's my right-hand fan. What's the name? The other day I looked at him and he's gone so mara. I go, what's happened? Why are you not eating? What's going on? And he goes, "Oh, shut up. He's been depressed since we won the league." So you know what I did? As a brother, we still look at the welfare of the United fans. Yes, I picked him up and I took him to Phillies.
Yes, you did.
And I think you got.
I've got video evidence.
Because some say, coincidentally, Brother Zaire was just walking past Shooting Mill Road and he saw us eating in the car, me and her fan, and he goes, and he sent a video of it as well. Yes. And so, I took him and I still treated him. So this is...
he looked... He had his hood up. He was sat in the car with his hood up, boys. That's how bad it was.
So despite all the banter, look, we still feel sorry for him.
Yes.
We still take him, pick him up, take him to Phillies and treat him to an aspect.
The ones that can't take it,
Yeah.
I'll give a name.
Go on.
Tage, one of our good mates.
Good mates.
He's become a Liverpool fan. He's all of a sudden become a
was
Liverpool
he?
fan. Oh yeah, him and
Holy-
Sajid. So him and Sajid have been
Right.
arguing. And is that enough? He goes,
that enough?
I'm for Liverpool now. So he's on the bandwagon.
See,
so.
you know, the glory hunters. You know, what can you say?
right.
What can you say?
So you know,
Real
with them,
goal hunters.
you know, in terms of, so if you go technical, so there's gonna be some people that are gonna be watching this that they're more into not just obviously sporting teams, but they're also into, you know, how the teams play, the management, the players, positions. So where do you think that Liverpool actually turned the corner?
In terms of
Just getting to a point where they're like from not like trying to fight for Champions League anymore, but actually trying
Brendan
to fight
Rodgers,
for the top.
Brendan Rodgers, he did a fantastic job. You know, we're not going to diss that. You know, he was
Beautiful
literally-
human
character, beautiful. No, sorry, character. His character is awesome. You know, Brendan Rodgers. That was his favorite word. So every interview, I just let you know some background information about character. So every interview that Brendan Rodgers does, he always uses that word character about 20 times within the interview. That's someone might say or you know, his favorite was character. Going back to Brendan, he nearly won us the league. You know, if it wasn't you know, for last two games, you know, we lost that game. So he really took us to the end. But the following season, we just fell out. But then you got to consider this: when Jurgen Klopp come in, he promised us. He goes, within 4 years, you know, I'll be sat here and this will be in the cabinet. And 4 years later, this is sat in the cabinet. Sat in front of us at the moment.
Oh, yes.
Yeah, but there's also one going to be coming to Anfield soon, which is against Chelsea.
Yes.
So, you know, he promised us he'd deliver. He took us to a Champions League final. We won the Champions League, and now we won the Premiership. So he's doing a fantastic job.
And the
You know,
Club World Cup.
and the Club World Cup, and the Super Cup.
And over the years, we've had Gerard Houllier, who got a second. We've got Brendan Rodgers, who got a second. The season after, we ended up 7th and 8th. Right? That's what happened. Under Klopp, he is the reason why we are where we are.
Yeah, I agree.
He has bought, and I think Gary Neville said it, he's bought £30 million players like Sadio Mane, Mohamed Salah made £150 million players.
Yeah.
You've got Andrew Robertson, who was relegated with Hull for $8 million. He's now one of the he's the best left back in the Premier League, one of the best left backs in the world. Man, had a great game against City. He was still a bit pissed.
Listen, they let him have that game.
Let him have that.
They won the battle.
Yeah, we won the war.
We won the
Exactly.
war. Well
Exactly,
said,
yeah.
Shaq.
But
Well said.
that's what he has done. He has brought players in and he has made them better. The reason we are where we are.
Do you know last season? Just talk about last season. We got 97 points. Now 97 points. But any other season would have been champions.
Yeah.
We lost one game. Now it could have been so easy. You know, this year, you know, last year, United fans were saying, you know what they were saying? This is what irritates me sometimes. They were saying, "Oh, you got 97 points. You know, you're never going to win it. You know, if you're not winning 97 points, you're never going to win it." But you know, with Jurgen Klopp, we come back because we could have just, fallen out. You know, like to the summer. So, or, you know, it mentally gets to you. You think 97 points. We lost one game, and we still didn't win the league.
Yeah.
But look what they did this year. They were unbeaten all the way till probably March.
Yeah.
Then we lost against Watford the first game, and we lost City the last week. So we lost 2 games. So in the last 2 seasons, put this into context. In the last 2 seasons, we have lost 3 Premier League games.
72 matches.
We lost 3 Premier League games. Now, if you put that into context, it's just, you know, what a tremendous job he's done.
And there's still people on the group saying Klopp out. I wonder who that is.
Yeah. You know, by the way, I want to say something on that point.
After
Every
this,
time we lose a game, so basically Jurgen Klopp lost his first game with Watford after 25 games or something. And this man here, the first text he sent on the LFC boardroom group, Klopp out. Yeah, he just loves it. He just loves it. Klopp out.
And one of the biggest,
but he loves it really.
biggest reasons Liverpool are where they are,
Yeah.
and this is a special shout out, Jordan Henderson.
Yeah.
And this is the shout for Imi Iqbal. Right? Imi Iqbal knows. Hendo is the reason Liverpool are where the Captain Fantastic. He has been the heart and soul of the team. He has been for the last 2 seasons.
You could remember our last captain was Gerrard. You know Steven Gerrard, what a player he was. You know, one of the best in his prime. Yeah,
Without doubt.
And you know, he's a legend. He will always be remembered as a legend. Yeah. Now, Jordan Henderson took over from Gerrard, and everyone was saying, "Oh, you know what, Henderson? You know, he's not the same caliber. He'll
never be a Gerrard.
He'll never be a Gerrard.
No one's going to be a Gerrard.
But what he's done in terms of the football club to took over the captaincy and what the performances that he's put in the last 2 seasons, you got to give the guy credit.
Yeah,
And he's got the Champions League, trophy, and he's picked you up, and now he's got the Premier League trophy.
People say in the 2013-14 season when we lost, the reason we lost that was because Henderson was actually suspended for the last 3 games.
Yeah, I remember
and
that.
we lost one, drew one, and we scraped
we
one.
won one.
Yeah? That is because he was the heart and soul of that time.
I think it was against City. We won 3-2.
When he stretched
and then he stretched on that. I remember that.
He deserved it anyway. But people say Henderson, what people who don't watch football, people who don't know about football, don't see what Henderson does. He does the dirty work. He allows the likes of Trent to bomb forward, Robbo to go forward, the likes of Mane, Salah, Firmino to run and do their thing. He drops back and covers the space and breaks up the play. People don't see that. Henderson is one of the reasons why we are where we are.
So he's basically took over from Stevie, and I think he's just to make sure he doesn't slip up.
It's okay, you can have that.
You can have that one.
We got that.
We got that.
You can have that. We got that.
That's not slipping off, is it?
That's not slipping off.
That's quite firm there now.
Exactly. We got that. You can have that. We let you have that. Yeah.
Right.
Who told you about that one? Was it Irfan?
No. I specifically remember that game.
I'm sure you did. I'm sure you did. It's okay.
That meme was beautiful.
It was.
It
Do you know, within the last week, since he's now started coming on to this podcast, he's probably got so many messages. Slip up, make sure you mention it,
Mention the slip.
Typical United fans. But listen, what we got?
Exactly.
We've got the time. That's all that matters, mate.
So Hendo seems to be the man for you guys. But who are you individually? Who's your favorite player now? Like I don't sound like 2-year-old kids. Like, my favorite player, but obviously there's someone that you look at.
Yeah.
You all play football or played football at some point, didn't you? So for you,
Fukis, you still play football?
Yeah, I also play football. Yeah, well, I tried to.
Can't tell, but it's coming up.
No, look, football is one of them games. You can have the talent, but you've got to have a leader on the pitch. Someone who's getting the team going, and that's Henderson's job, really. He gets the team going. But for me personally, I mean, you've got Salah, you've got Mane, you've got Firmino. But for me personally, I think Van Dijk at the back has made a massive difference at Liverpool. We've always struggled for defenders. We've always had the attack. In the past, we've had Torres, we've had Suarez, Coutinho. But that man has come in, and honestly, I mean, he was close to Ballon d'Or last year as well. But some of the performances, he's just, honestly, he's a level above the rest of the defenders in the world.
And just to put something in there, he's not the most expensive defender in the world.
No.
That's
Harry Maguire.
There's somebody else, and he can't lace his boots, man. Let's be honest.
I'm sure. Who did he get made back today?
Let's not go there.
We won't go to, never mind.
Let's not.
So for you, it was...
Yeah, it's got. I personally feel Van Dijk's made the difference.
For myself, I think Sadio Mane. Salah, he's got a lot of the credit, no doubt. But Firmino's another one. I could say that. You could put him in a bracket. He's an unsung hero because what he does is just a dirty work. Now sometimes, like what Fuki said, someone could be talented, but the attitude stinks. Yeah. It's like with anything in any walk of life. You could be the most talented person in the world, but if your attitude stinks, you're never going to get to the top. It's like a college. Obviously I'm a teacher at college. I teach computing, and my students, some of them are really bright, but the attitude stinks, and they don't get the top grades. Because they think, you know what, God's given us this talent. We just, it's all our second nature. But you've got to put the effort in. Now, Firmino, he puts that effort in. He works. Like, he's just like a workhorse.
He's a clog, innit?
Yeah, he's a clog. Honestly, he's on the pitch. And, majority of the games that, when the stats come out at the end, Firmino's probably ran the most. Yes. So between Sadio Mane and Firmino, I say Sadio Mane obviously is very talented as well, but Firmino is an unsung hero for us.
But some stats for Firmino people don't realise is that he actually sometimes tackles more than some defenders do. Yeah. He has more recovery.
Because he works hard,
and that's his role.
He works hard.
He's to track back and do that again to allow he's that link up for Salah.
The reason Salah and Mane have come on leaps and bounds and got so many goals is because of Firmino.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, got you. What about you?
Me, because I'm a goalkeeper as well, I'm going to say Alisson.
Because are you a goalkeeper?
Yeah.
Mashallah.
That's why my shoulder surgery.
And
the reason is Alisson and Van Dijk came for the money that we got for Coutinho. 147 million, but Alisson and Van Dijk. Now you go back to 2018, 19 when we lost.
Yeah.
The champion, no 18.
No, when the Cardios was Real Madrid.
Yeah. 2018 we lost the Champions League final. Why did we lose it? We lost it
Don't
because of
mind
Karius, right? Because he made 2 huge blunders. You go back a year after and you watch that match and you watch it, you can see the highlights of Alisson and what he does. People think that, oh, that's an easy save. His positioning as a goalkeeper is unbelievable, that he makes things look easy because he knows, he anticipates, he's there. Before it's going to happen, he's already there. People don't realize that. He makes the hard shots look easy because he's so talented. And he is, for me, him and Van Dijk, right, are the reason why Liverpool are where they are.
So this is a question from someone from a Man U side of things, right?
Do we get a name?
No surprise. No surprise.
No,
Go on.
but this one is, it was, to be honest, he asked me the question, and I looked at it like, he's stupid. So I've
You're probably right.
No. He's definitely a United fan. He's definitely a United fan then.
And you're definitely right.
He's definitely a United fan.
So I had to kind of like reword it. So basically,
We want to know what his question was first. And then we want to reword it.
There's no point. It doesn't make sense.
the original question was...
That most United for
Exactly.
you know.
But honestly, the original question was, ask him if the other teams are crap now. Oh, hold on. So I've reworded it with the BashTalk flavour.
Yeah.
We've asked about what you think the differences was in terms of, obviously, management. So, in terms of where the other teams are, is it that Liverpool have just levelled up, or is it that the other teams are stagnated?
Do you know?
I reckon a bit of both, really, because you look at Chelsea, they're currently in transitions with them not being able to sign players and having a new manager in Chelsea in Lampard, which they're doing a fantastic job with that.
Yeah, he's a good manager, man.
You've got Man United who
spent so much money.
Yeah, who spent
so you can't say
$500 million thing, but still where they are.
Yeah.
But again, they've got a new manager. Okay, fair enough. You've got Arsenal, which sorry about Turks, but let's never mention Arsenal. They're nowhere to be seen.
Saf now is running off.
No, you've got Tottenham again. They are in. They've gone from the Champions League final, the pinnacle of European football, to going absolutely nowhere. Don't know what's happened to them.
That's what happens when you lose Liverpool.
Yeah, and then Man City. Well, they've spent 100 million on 2 fullbacks, but they still can't do anything. You spent 50 million on a centre back who never uses. So they've got them. You look at the stats. The money that's been spent by those teams has been more than Liverpool. Liverpool has spent 8.9 million.
Yeah,
which is nothing.
Nothing. But going back to your point, you can't. When he said they stagnated, no, because Liverpool have just been incredible this season. We've taken it above and beyond. To the caliber of football that we're playing this year compared to other teams. It's like we up there and they're here.
In a normal season, in a normal season, normally teams lose 4 or 5 games and they still win the league. Yeah. Before Liverpool won the league, let's forget the City match. They lost 1 game and drawn 1. Yeah, that's 2 games out of 27,
28 games.
28 games.
Yeah.
2 games they dropped points on. That's unheard of.
You can't be lucky over 28 course of a season. Yes, you can be lucky in 1 game, 2 games, but over the course of a season, you can't be lucky. It's all talent. We smashed it.
I think individually, City have got the squad individually.
Yeah, they have.
But like we were saying before, City haven't got a leader in the team. I mean, you cannot...
Company.
He was.
Since Company was a leader for City.
He was a leader, and that's why they were winning.
As soon as he went...
You need someone on the pitch to pick the other players up. They've got all the talent, but there's just no leader in the team. But as for Liverpool, our squad's still young as well. We've got to remember that. A lot of people are saying, oh, it's this year and that's it. I can see what's going on.
Yeah. And do you know what? To be frank, we don't care about other teams.
Yeah.
We champion it. We're top of the league. We won it. On that note, we can get it out again. So we don't care about other teams. We're the best team. We're champions of England.
Yes.
Hard to remind that.
So when if you cast your mind back to that fateful, glorious evening where Steven Gerrard.
It wasn't glorious, Bash. Don't make me remember something from high school.
No, 1 second. This is where he's stirring the pot.
Yeah. Bash knows what I'm going to mention.
So let him stir the pot.
So when that incident happened, so when someone threw a banana skin on the pitch and he slipped, what was going through your mind at that moment as fans?
I remember exactly where I was as well, because my cousin, they just had twins alhamdulillah after 10 years after 10 years they'd had twins, and they had to go to the hospital. He didn't have a car, and he goes, take me to the hospital. His wife was inside. He goes, take me to that, and he goes, wait for me outside. I was sat outside Burnley General Hospital outside the baby unit when they just said Gerrard slipped, Demba Ba gone through, and he scored. And to this, I remember it, and I remember listening to it and just thinking, I don't want to swear, I thought a lot, and I thought, well, that was it. Yeah,
I remember it.
You know what? I remember it, but it's forgotten. So you know what? I don't care.
You don't care.
It's gone now. We got this. That's the end of. Okay, go on.
From memory.
Yeah, simple.
No, I remember. I think I clearly remember the next day I was at Curry's buying a TV.
By the way, did you get a discount? I got someone in there, by the way. I get you discounts.
Yeah, but like Scoot said, they can say what they want. At the end of the day,
exactly. Yeah.
The prize is right
the
there.
The thing is, jokes, banter, they will go on. And they keep going on, in our generation, in our kids' generation. It's like, one of the things, I've had the Liverpool tops on my kids.
Yeah,
and I was in McCrory Park. So I met one of the United fans. And he goes, why are you going to make them suffer for? You suffer, their joke. Or, they're never going to win in your lifetime. They're never going to win. That was a, sad little jokes they used to come out with.
Yes.
But guess what? We won it.
Exactly.
So it's a great decision by me. Making sure my kids spoil Liverpool.
Yes.
So to bring the discussion back to the local, right? So there's a breaking news story from this week, and let me get the question out here. Well, you guys know what I'm going to talk about. So there is a crack team of cyber hackers that were recruited by a gold distributor, and they were able to crack a secret WhatsApp group, the LFC boardroom. Yeah. What the hell happened?
It went secret.
Let me just say one thing.
Right.
The thing is, because they haven't got nothing to shout about, nothing to smile about. They've been, emotionally stressed out all year. Seeing, last 2-3 seasons, seeing us do fantastic, winning loads of football games, seeing us win the Champions League, seeing us win this. They have to smile about something. Yes. So what they did is one of the young lads in our group. So like my phone's here, he's left his phone there, and one of the United fans has managed to get his phone and taken some screenshots of some messages.
Yeah.
So, and then he's even tried to write, "We love United" on it, and he can't even spell United.
Yes.
So these are the caliber of students.
we love utilities.
So these are the caliber of United fans we're dealing with, unfortunately. Yeah. So it was nothing really. They saw some messages. So we're champions. If they want to keep reading out messages, they can. They're obsessed. Let them read it. We're not going to go through a United boardroom group and read their messages. There's probably only 8 of them in there anyway.
If they look at it,
there's probably only 8 of them in there. So, we're not forced. Let them read all our messages.
Yeah.
We won the champions. That's what they see.
Seriously though, how sad must you have to be to go to someone else's group chat to look at the messages? How you must have I feel sorry for the guy who did it. I don't know him at all. I feel sorry for the guy.
I know him and I feel sorry for him.
Then you get other United fans jumping on bandwagon. I have to mention him. Yeah. My brother Saki from Victoria Street. He's a good brother, but unfortunately he's a United fan. He was sending me loads of snaps and everything. Oh, this and that. I'm just replying. I go, so what? We champions. Mm-hmm. And he said something else. I think you can mention that in a bit. Or
there's a few things. There's a few things. Yeah.
Okay, no, that's about something in the chat that was said. Are you going to mention that, or shall I mention that?
Go for it.
Okay, so basically, one thing he's asked me, he goes, why are you charging, money for example? Yeah. So no, that's what.
We don't have the big thing.
No, one second. That's what I just said to you. Are you going to answer this? So I gave you the opportunity there. Yeah. But anyways, going back to that point, he's asked me. He goes, so why are you charging? Why are people giving money for like this convoy or so whatever? Just for the record,
yes,
for the United fans, Rizwan Ali, Hope for Mankind, Allah SWT, really good lad. He's doing fantastic work.
He's changed his name now. It's Hope for John.
Hope for John. Has other charities locally, Rasport.
Yes.
You got HNCO. You got Brother Shaf. So they all, mashallah, doing a fantastic job.
Yes.
But in this instance, I sent John a screenshot, and I said to him, I go, inshallah, we can do like a little. The money basically is for food. Yeah, just for the record for United fans. is for food at the end of our little celebration that we're going to have. And the rest of the money will be going towards Jono's charity, All for Mankind. And also Brother Shaz from Briarfield, he's also doing, mashallah, a cycle race to Birmingham. Yes. So he's doing it for people of Yemen who are suffering in this current climate. So Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala make it easier for them. And inshallah, going back to the point about money, so that's what the money was for.
So that's what it's for.
So just so that United fans who don't really understand what we're about, we
got good art.
Our intentions are to help our brothers and sisters who are suffering.
Yeah,
that was our intention.
Bunk to the side. United fans are confused. Do you know what I mean? When they see 25 pounds, they were like,
because like I said to you, there were probably only 8 in that group. What's 25 pound 8 in LFT boardroom? Alhamdulillah, we got so many participants in there.
Yes.
You know, it's a big community we got in there. Yes. There's not 8 fans there. There's loads, mashallah. You know, alhamdulillah, we're blessed in that sense.
Wicked answer. I love it. Right. Straight to a user submitted question.
Who's the user?
We need his username.
Is he a proper user?
We need his username. We need his password. We need his telephone number. And we need his house number. Yeah.
You know what it is with this one? I made the mistake that when he got in contact with me, he said, as long as you don't mention my name. And I made the mistake of saying, because 9 times out of 10, I don't know if you noticed in the previous podcast, I said the person's name.
Yeah.
Except if it's a controversial question. So he's done me. So basically, long and short of it, where were you for the last 30 years?
Where have we been?
You want to go or shall I go?
I'll start.
You start. Okay, I'll leave it to
in
you.
the last 30 years, where have I been? Well, hold on. 2 Champions Leagues in those 30. Let's remember that. Yeah? How many? And taking Man United, and we still got 6 Champions Leagues. How many Man United got? 3, 4? Yeah? 6 Champions Leagues. And where have we been? We've been here. We've always been here. We don't hide like Man United fans. We ain't got no cave. We've been here representing for 30 years.
And just to add, despite the fact that they say, where have you been for 30 years, we are still the most successful club in England.
Yes. Major honours.
So, you know one thing we got is tradition. We got history. You know, our days go back to Bill Shankly days.
Yeah.
And, you know, some teams, some supporters from Nelson, Burnley, Bradfield, they support City. They didn't know football existed before 2010. Yes. Only when the sheikhs come over, they splash the money out, then they start supporting City.
And you know what? Yeah. You know what? The other thing is with when the other fans, I don't think they realise that football actually started before 92.
90,
It did, you know, honestly. I guarantee you it started before 1992.
Because, you know, another thing they say, it's the first Premier League title. By changing a name of a trophy, for example, you know, if you sponsor a Premier League trophy, it will be called Burger Bash Premier League. It's still the same thing, yeah? So by changing a name, it's not going to change the trophy, is it?
And technically, Man United have never won the Premier League. Man United have never won the Premier League.
Exactly.
You want to put that out to the Man United fans, you can ask them that. Never won the Premier League. And if they want to know the answer to that, come and ask me directly.
They say 30 years.
Yeah.
They waited 41 years.
Yeah, before that.
Remember that, Bash? 41 years they waited.
Prior to that, 41 years. So they seem to forget that. But saying that, at least, you know, like us guys, United, you know, credit you, they got history.
Oh, yes.
You know, so, you know, and, you know, I'm talking about other fans, like City fans. You know, they jump on the bandwagon, City. You know, you talk about you know, who's their team or who's their manager before 2010, they can't even name them. Honestly, I'm not going to be honest. And then Tex, I don't know what obsessed him to become an Arsenal fan. He's just a unique guy.
Yeah. What about Nav? I think Nav's the only guy who's a Spurs fan.
Nav?
Yes, Spurs.
Right.
Yeah, exactly.
You know what? He's going to jump now.
But you know what? I tell you, he's probably a real loyal supporter because Spurs never won anything.
Is that that meme about the empty trophy cabinet?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah,
that's it. That's
so same person has asked another question.
Oh, do you know what? Please give me this guy's number.
You know who
right? Do you know what? Is he close to me?
You can ask me that.
No. Okay, no. But how does he know me? How well does he know me?
He knows you.
No. But I said,
was he having feelings with him yesterday?
Yeah, was he having feelings with me yesterday? Yeah. So listen, Bash. You know you and Bash, by the way, just for the viewers and everyone listening, go back a long way.
Yep.
MashaAllah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala keep him, you know, blessed. They were in Leeds Uni. And can I ask that question, by the way? Brother Imran Tanzil asked, or shall I start?
Go for it.
Right. Basically...
Let him ask yours at the end. Let him ask
Okay, that's fine.
Let's get rid of these.
Yeah, okay.
Let's get rid of
Go, what's his question?
And it's a proper question.
So we know
Go on, far away.
So,
It doesn't surprise me. Go on.
what do you say to the people who say you're never at Julus where you're ready to go parading around?
Oh my word. Oh no, one second. Can I say one thing? Was religion got to do with football?
Yeah.
What? You know what?
And you tell me
This is the issue we have with United fans. They go so low.
I ain't gonna get political on Julus and
Yeah,
all
exactly,
this.
I forget.
What I'm gonna say is, I bet you. No, I'm not gonna say actually.
No, don't say no, don't
I was
say
gonna get political.
No,
I'm gonna
don't say nothing.
I'm gonna
You know what, Bash? On a serious note, a question like that.
I want a few texts like that.
Question like that, we're not going to even answer. Because it's two different contexts,
Yes.
You cannot mix religion with football.
No.
It's so impossible. For him to ask that question, he's going to litter when I see him. Wait till I see
I don't
him.
think these brothers realize what, like, say, for instance, just that LFC boardroom, what we are thinking. We're thinking about our brothers and sisters in Yemen.
Yeah.
So that's we are thinking about our brothers and sisters.
Yeah, alhamdulillah.
Do these brothers know that how many times the brothers get up in the middle of the night to read the Hajj to pray for our brothers and sisters in Yemen? Do they know that? No, they don't.
No, but that's not just LFC, but everybody, mashallah.
Everybody,
Let's be on a serious note. We all be United fans, Liverpool fans, everybody. We all Muslims, and we all
bring religion into us having.
So we all do it.
You know what? We've waited 30 years for it, boys.
Alhamdulillah.
So it's stupid to say this.
I personally feel he's asked a question because now we all mates, we have banter.
He's
that's
very
fine.
close to me,
No
that's why.
problem.
Yeah.
He's my cousin, so it's no problem.
Yeah.
The thing is, when United win, when they win, they don't do nothing.
Maybe if they...
Yeah, they don't know how to celebrate. Now, Liverpool know how to celebrate. And that's the problem. Now, they're burning inside.
We're
They know what's
doing
going
this convoy, so parade. So it's just a celebration, just for all the brothers of the LFC community around Nelson, Burnett, Bradfield. And they're saying, why are you doing this? Why it's our celebrations. We do what we want.
Yes.
Yeah, we won the Premier League trophy. We're the current European champions. We're the current club world champions. We had a successful year. So we could celebrate in whatever way we want. We don't need them guys to say, do this, or, why are you doing this?
No.
They're irrelevant. Simple as.
Exactly. This is
Okay.
the stupid.
Exactly.
Just you tell me a stupid ass question.
So, in terms of time, we...
Can I say one more thing?
Yeah, so now is the time to bring in that question that...
Right, my brother Imran and Tanzil asked me to ask you a particular question, because obviously they used to be at Leeds Uni. They go, mashallah, Bash could lift a lot of weight. Yeah. He knows what it is.
Go.
So basically, mashallah, Bash was a strong lad back in the uni days as well. And they go to me that Bash lifted 400 kgs on his legs. So what's the story behind that, please? I've heard it a couple of times from them back in days when I used to be at Sheffield Uni. And they used to be at Leeds. So whenever we used to come down to Leeds, and they used to say, Bash lifted 400. And obviously, back in them days, I wasn't into gym or, whatever. But now, I want to find out, what is the story behind that 400 kgs?
Yeah. So, back in the days when birds used to be open.
Okay.
You used to have a leg press. And it was like an angled leg press. So you could put like stupid amount of weight on it. And you're doing like 300, 400. Look, you could do some stupid amounts. And to be honest, it was a stupid machine because you weren't really pushing it.
Yeah, exactly.
It made you think mentally, I'm a strong guy. I'm pushing the weight. So I remember there's that plates load. I was like, this is a decent number. So one day we were at gym. It might have been the Leeds Met gym. The one near where the Rose Bowl is now. And it was me, Ime. And I don't think it was Zilla because I don't think Zilla ever stepped foot in the gym.
Zilla's dropped the bomb on you there.
But all I remember is...
Jim's Cafe.
All I remember is I was like, leg press. So then we're all going around the machines. Like, I can do 400 kg on this.
Yeah.
We put 100 kg. I was like... okay.
So it backfired.
This is not good. All I remember is we were just like laughing so hard. I thought I was going to ask him.
No, because when he obviously found out on Wednesday, because Tuesday you put the post out. So on Wednesday he found out and he rang me up. He goes, you're doing a podcast with Bash? I go, yeah. He goes, please. Do you know what? To be honest, he's doing my editing as well because I've heard it a few times. Because I've never asked you. I thought, you know what? I'll ask him sometime. But I thought today would be the right time.
See, sometimes I've got to get in the neck as well. But you know what? But what I want to do to close off is one. I just want to re-emphasize that there is there's quite a few charity things going on at the moment. So the one thing is obviously you guys are going to do the convoy. I'm going to put some information in this video and at the bottom of the post for our dear brother John O's charity because the donations are going to go there.
Yeah, we are.
And then there's also brother Shaz. I don't know him personally. But
brother Shaz basically is doing the bag. but he's still doing it for the same charity for
the
mankind.
same
So
charity.
like I said, in this instance, obviously there's other charities Marshall doing brilliant work.
Yeah,
But
Rise
in this
Support Marshall
instance,
doing well as well.
on HNCO and Shepherd Shop.
yeah.
But in this
Marshall all do
instance,
well.
what he sent to John was a screenshot, whilst we were planning this, that when I collect the donations off the LFC boardroom group, the donations will be going to you.
Yeah.
So I already told him.
So,
yeah.
right, and before I close off, I want you to time box. Imagine it's a snap thing again, it's 10 seconds. Give us some finishing words each. Fuki, go.
Well, before we go, just a shout out to all the LFC boardroom, all my school boys, everyone from Nelson, Burnley, Bradfield. You know what I mean? And one thing I gotta say is, we're the champions!
Shall I start? Okay. Premier League champions, current European champions, Club World champions, the most successful club in England. We are back on our page.
10 seconds, wrapped up nicely. And go.
Champions.
That's simple. Wait, get a dollar.
We're the champions! We're the
Come on, champione.
So I just want to take this opportunity just to
Just
thank
before you finish,
Go on.
are you doing a Man United podcast?
Well, that's interesting because I haven't had
Hold on,
any.
One second.
That's what I wanted to say.
Go on, you fire away.
Hold on. No, I was going to say, because I think there was a brother who was too teary to watch it.
You might have mentioned his name.
I don't want to mention Digger.
Go on, you gotta mention
I
his
don't want to
name.
mention
George, you're
Digger's
gonna keep
name.
crying.
Go on, you gotta mention.
Digger. Come on.
Yeah.
And
By the way, it's on Facebook as well.
that comment is on
And he's
Facebook?
posted himself.
He has.
What did he say about the comment?
He said, what was it that I don't want to come
No,
there?
basically, Brother Bash asked the question. He goes, Brother Bash posted our thing out saying that
Yes.
You Never Walk Alone fans are coming on. He's put there, Brother Bash has asked Digger, do you want to come on? Do a podcast for United fans. He goes, listen, I'm going to start crying if I come on there. And these are his own words, correct?
His words.
Yeah.
It's an emotional time.
Emotional
Yeah,
for all
emotional.
of the fans.
For
I
all
would
of them.
really like to
Honestly.
see a Man United one. I would like to see, but although please make sure you bring buckets. Floor here.
Unfortunately, you won't be able to get 3 fans.
Yeah.
There's not many of them.
Bash, there's 9.
You'll have to find the cave. Find the cave. Let me know. Let us know where it is. We'll come down with you. We'll help you. navigate it for you, just in case.
Bash, there's 9 or 10 lads. Honestly, we could mention the names, but it's not about Man United.
Yeah, it's about
Liverpool. But honestly, they know who they are. And at the end of the day,
Well, believe him to it.
Champions,
Believe him to it. It's all about
Champions.
Liverpool. It's all about FC. You never walk alone.
It's all about Liverpool.
Can you put the name in the other again, please? Yeah. No. Okay.
Can we not put you never walk alone? No, you never walk alone.
I'll do some editing so when the video ends,
Right, that's fine.
the outro
never-
is
Yeah.
you never walk alone.
Yeah, you
We
never
love
walk
that
alone.
one. We
Yeah.
love that.
That's it.
So
That's it.
I just want to say, just to wrap it up, I just want to say a huge thank you to you guys because it was just one message.
Yeah, mashallah.
One
No.
message, boom.
Yeah, as soon as Brother Bash asked me, he goes, you want to come on? I said, look, no problem.
Yeah, no
Straight
problem.
away, End of the day, I sent one message to Farouk, I sent one message to Zaire, and they both said yes.
To be fair, you could have got any of the lads from LFC.
That's
Board. You're all passionate.
We're all
fans.
passionate, exactly.
And the thing, you know what, like I've known you since high school days, and mashallah, what you're doing is amazing stuff.
Yeah.
May Allah keep blessing
Bless
you in
you.
everything that
Exactly.
you do.
Ameen.
And Allah bless you with what would have happened this time, like should have been happening.
Today.
Yeah, can I put it up? Can I say? Just for the record, guys, if the COVID didn't happen, Brother Bash would have been getting married today.
Yes.
Yeah, today would have been his day. That would have been locked up forever.
Yes.
Yeah.
We are trying to tell him.
Well, that's
don't
one
do it.
and that's one that had other plans and said, I'm going to give you another 3-4 months to enjoy your life.
Enjoy
so
yourself.
he's got another 4 months to enjoy his life.
Yes.
Get them
May Allah bless
get
you,
them leg presses in.
400 kilos.
May Allah bless you in a
400
healthy
kgs.
marriage, inshallah.
So I just want to ask, one, thanks again, and two, just get this video shared and subscribed. I just need to grow the channel, and I want to leave you with a specially selected sound that some people have asked me to play on behalf of Man United fans
Okay.
to end the video with. If you'd like to take away, production assistant.
Yeah, that's United fans, right?
Bro, do you know that is the United fans crying in the boardroom. Yeah. So do you know all the boardroom? That's all they do. They just go, they just go crying away.
Peace out.
Oh, that's too funny.
Good one.
That's too funny.